Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. So today I want to talk about, can a government agency mishandling a case or a filing cost you money? I wanted to address this because I think it's something that a lot of people don't think about when they handle their cases, or whether they seek representation in a case or not. So unfortunately, in many other videos, we've talked about how USCIS, unfortunately, there's a lot of issues with the way that they intake cases and receive applications and process them. And a lot of times, not only can they cost you time, but can in some cases cost you money. I'll give you a war example on a case. We call them war stories. We submitted a case. It was over 1,000 pages for an application. We submitted the fee. We got a receipt that they paid, that they accepted the payment on the fee, and then send us a receipt for a said application. Then later we get a packet with a rejection letter saying that we did not pay the fee on that specific case, and sent us about 12 pages back of our over 1,000-page packet. So if you are doing this without a lawyer and you try to go about solving this, if you didn't keep a copy or a backup of your application, if you don't know how to turn and basically solve this problem, because this is a specific office of this agency, so it's not like you can call the general number and they'll have a specific information on it, what do you do? So unfortunately, a lot of times people then have to try to refile the application, pay it again. So essentially you pay twice for the same application. And if you don't have copies of your evidence, then you have to recreate the whole packet. So it is going to end up costing you money. So a few things, or a few tips of advice if you are going about this by yourself. Then number one, always make sure to keep copies of whatever it is that you're submitting. Never submit anything that's original unless it's a request as specifically required, like a medical exam. But everything else, generally, you can send in a copy. You don't have to send in the original, so that you have additional ways to basically copy the original document. Make sure you keep digital copies of everything that you're submitting to them. Make sure you keep sales records with regards to your payment of these applications. And if you receive the receipt and the letter say that you didn't pay it, then you have to contact that office directly with proof that you've paid it, and basically force them to accept and continue processing your application since you paid it. Okay. There are other ways also. You can then hire a lawyer to do the fighting for you. You could sue them in federal court if they're not taking it. But again, all that adds up to costing you money. So unfortunately, some of these cases have an easy fix, and it's something that shouldn't cost you more. But if you're trying to save money and you try to do this by yourself, and then you don't know exactly where to turn when something like this happens, it could become very costly for you. So again, tips: keep copies of everything you do, solace records of the payments of your applications, and seek help before you try to solve the problem on your own. At least go to a consultation with a lawyer. Find a way to make sure that you understand exactly why this happened. Is it an error, or did you actually make a mistake on the payment of the fee or something like that? So unfortunately, this is just one example. There are many ways that things can go wrong in these applications. So you just have to make sure that you know what you're doing, or that you seek help before you try to do any processes. So again, if you have any questions about this, feel free to leave us a comment or a question below. You can contact us directly at any time. We'll be happy to help you and answer any questions that you have. Have an excellent day, everybody, and great afternoon. See you later.